Hello, good afternoon, and welcome. It's Saturday, the 12th of August, and it's just after 12 o'clock. Right, and we're going to start with the Australian dollar as ever. Um, the commercials are heavily off the chart bearish of the Australian dollar, and they've started just to come off a little bit, as have the speculators. But the commercials are far more bearish than the speculators are bullish. We've seen it come off the highs, and we've seen the commercials take a little bit of profit. So we go over to the chart. AUD USD. We've got a short ratio of 5.6 to 1, which has obviously fallen a little bit because the commercials have taken a profit. We might see a little bit of upturn in this, maybe just pop up to the 20-day moving average before it continues on its way down. But we're below we're below resistance on the RSI, looking for it to go below the 50, which would be really nice. Okay, next we've got British pound. The commercials as this has climbed, the commercials have become as bearish as they have been over the last 2 years of the British pound. So if we go and have a look at the chart, right, pound US dollar. So this is like Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. The commercials actually lost some of their longs. So they didn't actually add to anything, but they removed some of the longs. And we've had 3 days down on basically support. And we're expecting this to fall down a little bit more. So we're just slightly underneath the 50 on the RSI. Canadian dollar. Yep. We've had another large bearish position taken by the commercials. We have seen the Canadian dollar fall over the last 2 or 3 weeks, a couple of weeks. So the USD Canadian dollar has actually been gaining strength. We came up to support on Friday and sort of bounced off it a little bit. That was historic support. But the speculators have added to the longs, and the commercials have added heavily to the shorts. So let's go over to the chart and have a quick look. Here we go. This is the USD Canadian dollar. So the commercials have added and now got a long ratio of 2.46 to 1, and the speculators have got a short ratio of 2.77 to 1. We've added 22,000 to the short position for the commercials. That is quite massive, right? So we're expecting this to pop back up. It's going to test this this brown line, which is a monthly turning point. It's going to test that a day, maybe 2, before it actually pops up. We did pop up over the 50, and now we've come back down. But I see that as just as temporary, and it should continue on its way soon. Euro. The euro, the commercials have added to their shorts, and the speculators have added to their longs. But the commercials are more short and the speculators are long. So if we go and have a look at the chart, even here, euro dollar, yeah, right. We're back up and we're just slightly below. This is monthly support turning point here. So I can go down a couple of charts. Let's just have a look. Yeah, see the brown line there. We're just below That's a monthly turning point. Ah, I kind of, I know people are saying it's going to go up, and you get a lot of people talking about 1.2, but it actually looks a little bit done to me here. I'm trying to find another reason why. Uh, we got a little bit of divergence. See these candles going up here, and these just about staying on the level on the RSI. So it looks to me we got the commercials got a short ratio of 1.77 to 1. They've added 6,000 more shorts this week. The speculators have actually reduced their speculation on the long rather than actually adding shorts. So, um, we're below the 69.1. That is sideways movement, my friends. So I don't really see much more upside in this. I really don't. But there we go. Always proved wrong. Hello, Japanese yen. Right, we have actually come off the lows and we're starting to gain strength in the Japanese yen. We're just coming to recent sort of highs for it, and the commitment of traders have come off their bullish position. So we just come down. We might just expect a little bit of retracement at this point. USD, Japanese yen, we might just expect a little bit of retracement, maybe back up to sort of this sort of level, the mid Bollinger Band, before proceeding down short. So we'll see what happens there, but that could quite easily happen. Swiss franc, not a lot for me here. I really can't see much to trade. I can't get any clear picture on this. It looks to me that there isn't any big ratios buy or sell. So we'll have a look at the chart. Yeah, this is the Swiss franc. It came up, it touched the top Bollinger Band. It's about the middle on the RSI, about the 50 on the RSI. I can't see much that I really want to get into there, so leave well alone. Quick look at the dollar. Again, we're both on about the zero line there. There's nothing much I can say about that. The commercials are as bullish as they have been for 2 years. We're just bouncing off the bottom. Well, we've just bounced a little bit off the bottom, come back down a little bit. I am expecting to turn up from there. I don't have a chart for the DXY. Mexican peso. We've been actually gaining a bit of strength on the pair and obviously losing a bit of strength on the Mexican peso. We've actually dropped off a little bit this week, and which has been mirrored in the speculators, but we're still expecting this pair to continue on their long journey. So we'll go and have a look at that. We came off with the bearish news on Friday, which wasn't really that bearish. The CPI was still positive. It just wasn't as positive as they expected, which isn't a biggie as far as I'm concerned. I think it's just going to continue. We did get over this resistance here, which is 17.9. We've come back down, and I expect next couple of days, by Wednesday, we should be back up above it. So we've hit the 50 and just gone slightly under on the RSI. So I'm expecting this to pop back up. We've had other instances like here where we've had a big red candle and it's continued up after that. So I think it's going to be a slow journey up, but there we go. New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar, we've come off the highs. Everybody I know has had a good week or two on this. We're still at a bearish extreme for the New Zealand dollar. The speculators have come off their bullish extreme. We can go and have a look at the chart. Here we go. We've just bounced off the support here. That's basically more like weakness in the dollar rather than strength in the New Zealand dollar. Sorry, they're both dollars, yeah. The commercials are short with a ratio of 7-1. You know, a little bit of a bounce. You've had these lovely candles down, quite a steep fall down. You come down onto the Bollinger Band. Little bit of a bounce back up, no biggie. We'll see how that goes. Don't expect it to go that much further. The bit of resistance actually is about here at 73.735. So we'll see how far that goes. But we've got a good short ratio of 7-1 on this. Very nice. Next, energies. Crude oil. Crude oil. We have gone. Yeah, we're still very bearish, and as far as I'm concerned, it started to fall off the highs. We've had a couple of nice red candles down. See if that'll continue into next week. We've got metal, silver. I really like the silver. We've had 1, 2, 3. We've had the 3 peaks, and this has shown up really nicely on the commitment of traders. 1, 2, 3. No, where do we go? 1, 2, 3, and we're just coming off now. I'm expecting this to actually fall on over the next couple of weeks. So I've got a position in, and I'm expecting this to come off the highs. It's been really good trade for me, so we'll see how that goes. Move my picture out the way. Stocks. Quick look at the S&P. Yeah, we have had a fall on the S&P, and there's been a bit of a sell-off by the commercials. They've taken profit. The speculators are unchanged with a fairly long position. I take it they're still stuck in the trade. If they're still there, it might be that the candle on Friday, was it, might have taken them out. So be interesting to look at that next week, I think. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll have a look at what we've got and see if I can do a video for tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Bye now.